Hi, how are you? How are you doing? How are you doing? Let's consider that here we are, day 11 of your 14-day NamAste at Home challenge. Things are challenging, and hopefully this practice today will really do a lot of good for how you're feeling. In the practice of yoga, we consider the koshas. Kosha means sheath or covering. And this addresses the layers of you. There's your physical, there's your energetic, there's your emotional, there's your higher wisdom, and then there's your inner bliss. So think of from the center radiating out, yoga addresses with the postures, your physical form. And then yoga addresses with the breathing, your energetic form. And then that's how we can then have access to our emotional body. And then we can have access to our higher wisdom, which seeks to be the witness, be the seer, kind of looking down at the physical, energetic, and emotional and have some perspective. And when we access that perspective, then we can really get to the inner bliss. And that's, in a nutshell, what most of yoga is about. So today, before we get started, I just wanted to give you permission to feel any way you want and honor any way you feel. And then let's do an assessment at the end of the practice to just see if we're feeling any different. One tool I like to use to explain these concepts in yoga teacher training is a snow globe. And when you think about a snow globe, and you shake it, yeah, there's a lot of glitter and stuff flying around. That's kind of like you when you first get onto your mat. And then once you start to connect to your breath and connect to your practice and kind of get into a groove, well, suddenly what happens? You become a little more still. And what happens with stillness, just like a snow globe, there becomes more clarity. So that's kind of our practice. We say first there's stillness, then there's clarity. And when you have clarity, that's when the light can find you, when the higher wisdom can kick in. Speaking of koshas and coverings, I hope that, you're wearing things throughout your day that make you feel good. Your pajamas, obviously, anything soft and furry, that you're hanging out with furry friends. Happy birthday today, Nemo is 13. Think about how your space and your home is another way that you can flip a switch. When I'm feeling down, I like to wear pink, and I like to put on a real bold lip color, and I like to use essential oils. And the doTERRA brand from my friend Sarah Haynes, she's my distributor. The Balance and the Serenity are a nice combination of oils. Frankincense, lavender, and ylang ylang are real mood lifters. So sometimes it's nice to put your oils on your towels that you're using for the practice. And so hopefully those are some suggestions that give you some insight, because, yoga teachers get the blues too. And we lean into it and honor it because, it serves a purpose. Helps us remember that when you experience some contrast, that's your call to practice. It doesn't mean that you're ignoring how you feel. It just means that you're adopting a strategy to get still so you can become clear and the light can find you. So thanks for listening. Let's get started. Put your favorite towel on your mat for this practice today. We're going to be moving really intuitively. And I want you to feel good the whole time. So let's start in child's pose, where we feel typically our safest and our best. So just give yourself a few breaths here. Put your knees nice and wide. Relax your forehead down. Steeple your hands behind your head. And let's get into some breath work. As you exhale, feel your shoulders and your heart drop. As you breathe in, direct your breath to your side ribs and your back body. And just let yourself be for a second. Give yourself permission to let your tummy drop Your neck, face, and arms be heavy. Start to cultivate your Ujjayi Pranayama, the ocean breath. Okay, come into your all fours. Let's get into some cats and cows. Cat-cow is for your spine. So please keep your arms straight during cats and cows. Sometimes people mess it up by bending their elbows. So get yourself squared away here. Inhale to lift your eyes and hips. Cow spine. See how the hips are high. Exhale, cat. Now pull your tummy in, kind of like you're doing abdominal work, like crunches. And push away the floor actively. Tuck your chin. Now, let's go for a few sets where you initiate with your breath. So inhale to lift. And exhale to hollow. Close your eyes and again, initiate with breath. So let the breath start the movement. Breathe in. Lift. Breathe out. And round. 2 more. Big breath. Exhale. Now, get interested in your bandhas. Inhale, move your heart away from your hips. And as you exhale, tuck your chin, pull your belly button in, and activate your pelvic floor muscles. Inhale, keep this grip. Downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, hoist your hips, and shake your head out like you're saying, no worries. Nod your head, yes, that, any time you're feeling blue, that's okay. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. And tough doesn't mean you don't ever feel sad. Hopefully, this practice inspires you to take some measures. I'm upside down in downward facing dog, and I have to say, my inside words in my head right now, I'm so happy. These pants are kind of like my 911 pants. All I wear are the tikis, and I love them so much. I mean, I've put on other things before, thinking that they would serve me better in these videos. No, I'll just pull them up when they when they sag, and I'll fix my shirt. But it's just the colors. And so I'm looking at the colors. Today, let your life be where you're really choosing your environment, okay? Walk your hands to your feet, real gentle, soft, and hang out. Now, bend your knees a lot. Widen your stance. Ragdoll. Put your elbows and thumbs together. Tuck your chin and rock side to side. Kind of shift into the left. Shift into the right. We can twist while we're down here. So put your left hand to your right ankle. Take a half bind with your right hand. Bend your bottom elbow. And bend your left knee a lot as you peek up just beyond your right shoulder. Find breath. Change. Now, do you feel a little better because you're upside down? Let's add to that the twist. Put your left hand that's your right hand to your left ankle. Bend your right knee a lot. Take the half bind. So the back of your left hand is at the small of your back. And as you breathe, bend your elbow, soften your right knee, and peek behind your left shoulder. Okay. Now, look at your feet and walk your hands to lazy dog. Remember how you take your feet a little wider, pigeon toe so your toes turn in, and hammock your spine. You know you're in the right shape of this posture if you can lift your hands up. It's basically just a wide-legged forward fold. You can shift back and forth to feel the inseam muscles, find some release. And tuck your chin. Putting yourself upside down does promote better mood. And again, the essential oils, smelling the frankincense and the lavender and the ylang-ylang. These smells are very happy inducing. So, I don't know about you, but I'm already feeling a little bit better. Okay, friends. Now, let's keep it real simple. Walk your feet together, toes and heels to touch. And keep toe healing till they are together. And then do this. Put your hands on your hips. Fix your clothes. And stand up. Lift your face first, right? Eyes up to rise up. And, mountain. All right, so inhale, circle sweep your arms. As you exhale, bring your hands to your heart center and set your intention for your practice. Truly dedicate your efforts to the greater good. Okay. All right. So take a quarter turn and step out wide onto your mat, just nice and long. Spread out your arms. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold forward, touch the floor. Pyramid. Shift all of your toes to the back of your towel so that your left foot is the long leg we're working with. Soften your back knee, soften your front knee, tuck your chin. Square your hips to the short edge of your mat. Let's revolve into a triangle. Parivrtta Trikonasana, put your right hand straight down, not like crushing, but a little forward of your shoulder. Take your left hand to your heart to initiate the twist. Now widen your stance as needed and work for 2 straight legs, 2 straight arms, and then take your half bind to help revolve your rib cage. Keep going. Press your left heel down. Help your left hip back. Inhale to lengthen through your crown and exhale to stack your shoulders. And to finish it off, then lift your top hand. Find a breath. Change. 2 hands find the floor, standing split. Shift your work onto your left leg. Lift your back leg. Now, if you're tighter, that's okay. You can stay in letter L like this. See how I'm flexing the ankle? You can go to standing splits by letting your hip open. And then take your left hand and cup your left calf. And then for more fun, you might put your right hand behind your calf and then kick, 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 change. Come back to your pyramid and let's rise. Be smart. So put your front knee bent, hands to hips, and eyes up. Rise up. Fix your pants. Raise your arms. And second side. So parallel your feet. Inhale, lift. Again, get a nice big heart opening back bend here. Raise your arms, raise your eyes. Then exhale, fold in half. All the way forward, dive with your heart. Touch the floor, tuck your chin, and look at the back wall. Then unite, shift side to side, back and forth again, elongating the backs of your legs. Hopefully you went for your walk today. And hopefully you feel like, it's working. When you're upside down, it can turn things right side up. All right, pyramid, second side. Let's shift all your toes to the front. Line up your heels. And then help your front hip back and your back hip forward. As ever, have softness behind your front knee. Inhale, lift your heart. And then exhale, drape your torso along your leg. And let's take a Parivrtta Trikonasana again. So put your left hand forward and then to the side so that it goes shoulder, elbow, wrist in this nice little slopey shape. Nothing to crush, definitely not to push into your wrist. I like the tenting of the fingers. All right, so now fix your clothes. Put your right hand on your heart, and then spiral your ribs. Lift your hand, get started, then do your half bind to continue. Take the back of your hand to the small of your back, press your right heel down, help your hip back, and then big breath to get the length through your spine, and the exhale to twist and revolve. Cap it off by raising your top hand like someone up there likes you, and they want you to touch, and reach up high, float your fingers, continue to expand. One more time. Change, forward fold, standing splits. Shift your work onto your right leg. Letter L's, keep your legs straight. That's okay. Going further, point your toe. And again, let your hip open. When the glutes recruit, they are an external rotator of the femur. And if you try to jam your hips square in a standing split, or a dancer pose for that matter, you're going to hurt your low back because we don't want to twist below the belly button, especially while in hip flexion. Kick, 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 change. This time forward fold. And let's gorilla. Bend your knees for some Padahastasana, power yoga style. Put your right hand under your right foot. Put your left hand under your left foot. Shift your hips back and forth. Tuck your chin. Hang out. All right. Now inhale. Come to a halfway lift and set your hands down. Malasana. Squat. Malasana. Squat. Ooh, fix your clothes. And then, hey, that was kind of fun. So come on up, touch your hands, and then sweep on down. Inhale, circle sweep, touch your hands. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, circle sweep. Excellent. Whew, this is kind of fun. Inhale, big up. Exhale, big down, and let's wind up in garland pose, malasana. Help your elbows to your inner thigh and shift side to side. How are your calves feeling? I'm really feeling the sculpt class from 2 days ago still. Whew. All right, so now here we are. We're close to a seated position, so let's take one. Bring your hips to the floor and separate your legs. And here you go. Inhale, lift your heart, and exhale, fold. So, there's no shame in wearing your bathrobe all day. But, treat yourself in these days also to your favorite clothes. This is my favorite jacket. And I'm going to use it as a prop for some of our yin today. You'll want your own little soft fuzzy blanket or sweater or a little cardigan. And this is always a good plan. Feel good about shaking some of your essential oils on there. Sarah Haynes is my hookup. And if you find me on Facebook, she's on my friend list. You could obtain some from her. Big breath lifts your heart. And exhale, give yourself permission to make your own little diffuser here. I'm going to hang out in a Upavishta Konasana, the straddle stretch, with my block to support my forehead. And we're going to hold this pose for 5 minutes, okay? If your back is sensitive, you want to sit on some height. So remember, something like the Bucky, this malleable pillow, can be just enough behind your hips to keep your pelvic tilt. Remember, we're always trying to preserve the lumbar curve, and that can help us feel good. So I'm setting my timer here for 5 minutes, and this helps you understand that I know that we are going to hold it for the right duration. That way your brain can let go of any sense of time, okay? So hips supported if you need. And remember, you can always tuck a little towel underneath your knees if they're sensitive. Feeling pretty good today. And pretty much every day lately, because I'm not wearing high heels anymore. I guess I didn't really have chronic knee pain at all. It was a fashion choice. And these days, we're not really wearing shoes, are we, guys? Okay. Let's find your fun. This reminds me of being sick as a child. My mom would put a bowl of hot water for us to steam our lungs, and she would put a towel over our heads so that the steam would stay. And I just remember feeling so special. There's 4 kids in our family, so if you were sick, you kind of got all the attention. And just this little tent that you would get. I think it was my first sense of yoga, honestly. Being under the tent and smelling just the hot steam into my lungs, smelling the Vicks Vapor Rub that was on my chest, and having some pratyahara. The 5th limb of yoga is about going inside from an internal perspective and really being in the zone. It was so peaceful. I'm remembering this like it was yesterday. And that's what can be such a good thing about yoga, and especially about smell. Not to bounce around in our concepts, but the first chakra, its sense is smell. And so scent can change, it can amplify, it can mitigate pretty much anything we're experiencing just by the smell. Okay, I'm going to be quiet for a little while so you can get in the zone too. And again, we'll be practicing pratyahara, going inside. Now run a scan through your physical body. Where are you experiencing this posture? This is you in stillness. Now, join hands with your breath, that you could guide your breath towards sensation and provide it some care. Please relax any place you don't need to work. So you can let your tummy drop here. Relax your shoulder shrugs. And any muscles in your face. Let everything here be soft and settling. We're well over halfway, so if your prop needs to be a different shape, then that's cool. And just to give you a sense, we have 1 minute left. Now, before we get out of this posture, check in with your emotions. If you'd like some more relaxation, you could take your fingers and rub the base of your skull right where your neck starts. We call this the occiput, this bump here. And maybe use your thumbs, sort of give your massage muscles behind your ears and down your neck a little attention. And this is where a plexus of nerves exists that promote relaxation. So in this moment, check in with your emotions. Maybe attach an affirmation. I am, on your exhale, enough. I am, on the inhale, on the exhale, enough. Okay. All right, so now use your upper body strength to lift you up because your spine was not protected with your core muscles. And roll out your shoulders. Yeah, that had some nice effect. Let's now add butterfly. So put the bottoms of your feet together. Ooh, that worked, didn't it? The inner seam. That's what we tell people. When you're in the yin practice, if you feel dull, achy stiffness when you move out of a pose, that tells you that you did it right. So now just to feel yummy, I'm putting my little blankie coat just right here, just to kind of feel sort of protected. And we can push the elbows into the inner knees to kind of stretch out the inner thigh line. And to drape forward is a way to really relax and get at the kidneys. They live on the outside of your body, under your skin. They're retroperitoneal, so they don't live inside where all the other organs are in your tummy. And there's a special effect to these poses that work the kidneys. It's the element of water, and water is where the feelings are, right? The second chakra, your sacrum. So this is about you tapping into some inner vitality, and it's got a wonderful, pleasing effect. So 5 minutes are on the clock. I'm propping up so that I can drop my forehead down, and this is a nice place to practice. Please put your pillow wherever you need to so that you can relax your muscles. I'm going to kind of cheat here. See how this block is at an angle? I'm going to put my hands under there. The effect is nice too because then I can really drop. We will always look at supporting the head in these poses because we don't want to hurt your neck. Remember, just like your lumbar, your low back, your neck curves forward too, and it doesn't like it when we try to make it do all the work holding up your head. That just provides strain where we tend to carry stress anyway. So support your neck by supporting your head. And let's breathe. Please visit any place you feel sensation. Please check in. Communicate with your breath that you mean well, that you mean care, and that you deserve care. Slowing your world down. So just maybe visualize if your brain feels like a snow globe that's just all shook up. See what you can do to park your body into one place. And with your breath, witness the soft, subtle settling inside. The gentle gravity and gentle stresses that we put onto these connective tissues is such the magic, because this is where your psychology lives. You know, we ostensibly come to yin because we want something more therapeutic, and we think, okay, now, I want to rest, but maybe I just want to feel good. Well, you're working into a place where you feel sensation that's interesting. Nothing, painful, but, zone in. Where do you feel this? Definitely an interesting sensation in the low back, but I hesitate to say that because you may not feel it where I'm feeling it, and then you might stress out that you're doing it wrong. Let me let you be in some silent moments here while you breathe, while you trust and relax that this is for you and that you're doing it right. And you're going to feel great after. And however you're feeling now, honor that. Then go back to scratch. Start from scratch with your breath. Inhale, I am. Exhale, enough. Where might you be holding on? And how might you drop it? Where and how can you let go, drop? And feel the whole back body. This is called butterfly. Can you imagine as you breathe that your butterfly wings are unfurling behind you? And that as you inhale, the wings open. And as you exhale, the wings fold closed. Your scapula, from where your spine remembers its wings. Now we're well over halfway here, so if you need to make any kind of adjustment in your oh wait, we're done here. That's okay. Okay, push gently, lift your head now. Woo! Do you feel any kind of stiffness or ache? Okay, that's natural. So let's get some counter pose going. But before we do that, tuck your chin and then lift your head right to the horizon. Look over to the right. Look over to the left. And now let your left ear hover over its shoulder. Really push your right hand down with your right fingers up so you can feel this nice stretch to the length of your right neck side from earlobe to shoulder. Tuck your chin and let's switch sides. So this time now, drop your right ear over its shoulder. It takes some work to do, doesn't it? Because we were hanging out on the other side. So push your left shoulder down. Push your left fingers up and breathe into the side of your neck from your ear to the heel of your hand all the way down. Down your shoulder, down to your hand. All right, change. Put your head right where it belongs. Roll out your shoulders. Okay. Now, if your neck got a little bit surprised by that posture. Put your hands at the back of your head and push your head into your hands. Now be super soft and gentle as you push your hands into your skull, but push your skull into your hands. Give this about 10 more seconds where you're pushing back and you're pushing in. 3, 2, 1. It fixed it, huh? You can do that with your other hand too. Put your right hand to your head and push into your hand. Now push your hand into your head. It's like the dynamic tension here. 2 opposing forces. Put your head in your hand. Put your hand to your head. Push, push, push. Change. Other side. Left. Push your head into your head. Push your hand into your head. This is called proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation, where you are using your central nervous system to stretch yourself out. So push your head down. Push your head in. 2, 2, 2, 2, and change. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do the forehead too. All right. So push your hands to your forehead. And your hands are pushing into your forehead, but your forehead's pushing into your hands. So in 2 opposing forces, head to head, go, 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 change. All right. Now roll out your shoulders. Whew. Doesn't that just feel good? Like you just went to the chiropractor? I just saved you $70. So you're welcome. Okay, let's do a counter pose to butterfly. Let's lie on your back. Now, some people are obsessed with putting a block down and putting their shoulder blades on the block. As simple as that. Like I've taught for years, and whenever I would walk into the room to start class and see what people are doing prior to the start of class, it was always about 30% of people just like come right to their mat and get right into the supported fish pose. So I really early on got curious about what the majority of people selected when they would sit down, or what they would do, or heck, what they would request. And so, I get it. But make sure that your head isn't just hanging out. So this is the part that always surprised me, personally. I was like, why do you like that? Because look, my neck is hanging out. Well, it's the way we're put together. Feel what feels good for you. Try it out. Put the block down. And let's review. The block is set down so it's the long way, okay? And put a pillow or, another block to support your head. And then if you like, you could cover up with your fuzzy thing. Because remember, you shook some essential oils on there. I hope you did. I feel like everybody's got these at home these days, don't they? I feel like you do. But hey, if you don't have essential oils at home, think about what you could use. Tea. Making a cup of tea, or like vanilla from your bathroom. Your medicine. What do you call it? The kitchen cupboard. Yeah, I should think vanilla. Simmering. Like in the 90s, we would make potpourri, and we would put cinnamon sticks and vanilla on the stove and just simmer. It would make the whole house smell good. Okay, so here you go. I've just set the timer for us in this yin posture of supported fish. And if you're feeling at all like this is too much, like too vulnerable, yeah, cover yourself, cover your chest, or maybe put your hands on your tummy. And tuck your chin, tilt your chin. So see where you could be really comfy. Relax your shoulders. And if your feet want to flop out kind of wide, that feels pretty good. If you prefer, you could always put your feet together and be in another expression of butterfly. That can feel pretty intense. But just enjoy this back bend. Back bends light you up. They get your heart chakra. Back bends light you up. They get your heart chakra revving. Chakra means wheel. These are plexuses of nerves. Plexi, I guess is plural. And there's 7 of these spinning hubs of energy in your body. And so this is in alignment with the pranayama, this concept that your life force, the energy, it rides in on the breath. Breath is a vehicle for life force. And you are electric. These 7 circuit breakers called chakras, they're in your legs, glowing red. And this is the theme of survival. And they glow orange in your hips, which is the theme of partnership and creativity. It glows yellow in your core. And this is where your courage, your self-esteem, and your ego live. And then we go upstairs, where your lungs are, the diaphragm muscle. Above that, there are your higher energies. So your heart is a reservoir of compassion. This is about, sharing, love. And your throat chakra, about honesty, communication, listening, sharing. And once everything's humming, you've got access then to your 6th chakra, which is your third eye. This is the seat of your intuition. This is what we were saying earlier about the layers of the body, going from the physical to the energetic to the emotional, to get to the higher wisdom, to get to your third eye, to get to this place that remembers that we are all in this together. And that we all beings are trying hard not to suffer. And when all those are humming along, then there's your crown, the 7th chakra, the 1,000-petal lotus. And this is the beam of light bursting up. So everything from the center of the earth all the way up through your chakras is about you in your little earth suit, with its energy field and its emotional routines, getting into balance and serenity. Because first there is stillness, then there is clarity, and then the light can find you. And visualizing here the chakras on down, feel the top of your head. It's why it's open as a baby. Our fontanelle is where we've arrived to the earth, so fresh from the light. And bring awareness between your eyebrows, behind your eyes, to your third eye, glowing purple, beautiful. And maybe imagine your throat chakra growing blue, glowing blue. It's the true blue, because it's where honesty is. And this glowing emerald green of your heart chakra right here, getting a big burst. I love to think of the Luxor building in Las Vegas with the big beam of light. This is your heart chakra. And as your tummy rises and falls, there's your core, and then on down through sacrum and legs. We'll get back into your body here. So this has been 5 minutes. So now be careful. I want you to come out of this really safely. So listen up. Please first bring your feet to your hips and then drop them off to the left. Then next, come to fetal position. It's important. Then use your arm to push you up. That's the smart way to go. All right. So now that we did a back bend, and this is a good time to cover up if you're getting chilled, I really am eager to provide you with a yoga nidra session. So this is a place where you might lie back down. He thinks I'm done. You might lie back down into shavasana and cover yourself with something cozy. If you need a sip of water before you lie down, this will take about 12 minutes. And let's get you squared away. Oh, make sure you can hear. Please wait for me. Okay. Make sure that you can hear the yoga nidra. And here we are. Okay, so let's get you all settled so you can relax and lie down. This is a place for you to shift and settle into the earth. So that you can really sink. Now be comforted at this time. Be comforted at this time and understand that everything is okay. Nothing else matters right now. Everything is okay. There is nowhere to go and nothing to do. Here to simply feel your body and listen. Do not worry or become agitated if you do not hear everything I say. It is natural to flow in and out of conscious hearing. The deepest part of you, your core self, is always listening. Whatever you experience today, this practice will still work. There is no way to do this wrong. Simply listen without trying too hard. You are in a safe environment. You are in a protected space. A held space. Come into stillness now and remain still for deep rest, deep nourishment. Feel your natural breath flowing through. Allow your bones to become heavy. Feel your bones heavy and sinking into the earth. Release your bones heavy and sinking. Go deep inside now, deep inside to notice your heart's deepest longing. What does your heart desire? Create a sankalpa, an intention affirmation based on your heart's longing. A positive statement in the present tense as though it is already happening. For example, I flow through life with ease and peace. I am relaxed. Come up with your own intention. Come up with your own sankalpa. State it 3 times as though it is already happening. Allow your awareness now to travel through your body on a journey of sensation. Simply feel each part as it is mentioning, and without moving, remain still. Simply feel each part as it is mentioned, and without moving, remain still. Welcome all sensation just as it is. Begin with your mouth. Feel your mouth. Feel sensation in your mouth. Feel your jaw, lips, upper lip, lower lip. Notice where the lips touch. Feel the inside of your mouth, roof of the mouth, under your tongue, upper teeth and gums, lower teeth and gums. Feel your tongue, root of the tongue, center of the tongue, tip of your tongue. Notice a sense of taste in your mouth. Feel the left inner cheek, right inner cheek. Now feel all the parts together as a whole. Feel your mouth as sensation, as energy, as radiant vibration. Feel your nose. Notice the nostrils, left nostril, right nostril, both nostrils. Notice the breath, nasal passages. Follow the nasal passages all the way back into your head. Become aware of your ears, right ear, left ear, both ears simultaneously. Feel the wrinkles and folds of the ears, backs of the ears, ear lobes, ear canals. Follow the ear canals into the inner ear. Notice your ears receiving sound. Notice your ears listening. Feel your ears hearing. Feel your eyes, left eye, right eye, both eyes together. Notice eyelids. Feel each eyelash. Notice where the eyelids touch. Become aware of the surface of the eyes, centers of the eyes, backs of the eyes. Feel your eyes now as energy, as radiant, glowing embers. Bring awareness to your crown, forehead, face. Feel your whole head. Feel your neck, back of the neck, sides of the neck, throat, Notice your right palm, thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Feel your whole hand alive with energy. Feel your wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, whole shoulder. Notice the notch at the base of the throat. Notice your left palm, left thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Feel your whole hand alive and filled with sensation. Feel your left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, whole shoulder. Notice the notch at the base of your throat. Become aware of the upper chest, upper back, shoulder blades. Feel your heart center. Notice your abdomen, ribs on the back, solar plexus. Feel your belly, navel center, pelvis, hips. Feel your right hip, thigh, knee, lower leg, calf, ankle, foot, toes, sole of the foot, whole foot. Feel again the pelvis. Feel your left hip, left thigh, left knee, lower leg, ankle, foot, toes, sole of the foot, whole foot. Notice both feet. Feel your root between your sitting bones, navel center, solar plexus, heart center, throat center, mouth, third eye between the brows, crown. Feel now the back body resting on the earth. Bring awareness of your whole back body as sensation alive with vibration. Feel now the front body filled with radiant vibration. Pour your awareness like liquid into the right side of your body. Feel the right side. Pour your awareness like flowing sensors into the left side. Feel your left side. Feel your midline. Feel your body as a whole. Feel your body as a whole complete entity. Feel sensation throughout your entire body. Begin to notice your breath, your natural breath as it flows through you. Feel the in-breath. Note the out-breath. As you exhale, imagine a wave passing downward through your body, carrying away tension. As you inhale, feel a fresh wave flow upward throughout your whole body, bringing a sense of calm to every cell. Exhale, feel the wave flowing downward through your body, carrying away any fear. Inhale, feel a fresh wave upward, bringing serenity. Now remember your heart's longing statement. Repeat it again 3 times as the present truth. Repeat it again 3 times to yourself. This is the truth. Notice your backside body facing the earth. Feel all the places where you touch the ground. Notice the front side body facing skyward. Notice all the space surrounding you. Let your body expand wider into the space that surrounds you. Notice your breath. Feel its rhythm and pace. We are now completing relaxation practice. Before moving, please sense your fingers and just imagine them moving. Now begin to wiggle your fingers, feeling every sensation as you do. Notice your toes. Begin to wiggle your toes. Now gently rock your head side to side in a slow awakening. Draw a deeper breath into your belly. Draw a deeper breath into your chest. Rock slowly into fetal position on your side. Friends, imagine that you are water, And pressing your left palm into the floor, flow like a river up to your easy, comfortable seat. Lengthen through your spine. Let's join together to finish our practice. On an inhale, circle sweep your arms, bring them up. As you exhale, draw them to heart center. Remember the intention you set for your practice. Honor your space, honor yourself, and thank yourself for having practiced. Namaste. It was a real privilege today to serve you in this manner, friends. I hope that you've got a sense now of ways that you can care for yourself, to honor your emotions, and to remember that no matter what we're feeling or experiencing, it really is just temporary. And the one thing that you can always hang your hat on, the one thing you can always come back to, is your beautiful breath flowing in and out. So remember your little snow globe metaphor. If you're bebopping around the house and you're listening to the news and maybe you're fretting about circumstances as they appear today, imagine that you are a snow globe and you're just kind of shook up. But then sit yourself down into your favorite place, wearing your favorite color, in your favorite part of your home, next to your favorite family members and pets. Grab a cup of tea or use your essential oils and sit with your emotions for a second and really honor them for what they are. And then start from scratch. What's the next best thing you can do for yourself? Maybe it's take a walk. Maybe it's read a story to a child. Maybe it is cleaning something so that you can feel like you've accomplished something. Or maybe it's just get under a blanket and watch something funny, watch something enjoyable. I hope that these times aren't getting to you, but please remember, come back to this practice anytime you need it. I'll provide the resources in the notes for this episode so you can also read the Yoga Nidra script to children. Read the Yoga Nidra script into your phone so that you can play it back for yourself. You can do this. You can make it. We always like to say, tough times don't last, tough people do. And when the going gets tough, the tough get onto their mat and come back to their breath and create gratitude. I'm very grateful for the chance to support your efforts. Tomorrow we'll have a power yoga class, and then we've got 2 more classes left in the series. So I'm excited for us to finish strong together, and I look forward to kicking out an electronic version of the book I wrote for those of you who complete your 14-day challenge. And I'll give you more information about how to do that. All right. Thanks so much. Bye.